Welcome to this Qigong routine for energetic protection. This is a great practice for healers, people who are overly empathetic or sensitive, or just anybody who has to interact with a lot of people on a daily basis. We're going to start with our feet standing under the shoulders. It's a nice gentle practice today, starting with a little warm-up we call Qi scattering. This one's to help you release stuck emotions or energy that's stuck within you. We call stagnant Qi. You're just lifting the hands up shoulder height and then dropping one hand behind you, one hand in front in a swinging motion, and then swinging your arms back up to the shoulders. Do a little turn of the waist and a little bounce of the knees here as well. And use a cleansing breath where we breathe in the nose and out the mouth. In as the hands come to shoulder height, out as the hands drop behind the back and in front of the hips. Imagine you're letting go of the stress of your day or any energy that feels stuck, even if that feels like that's energy you've picked up from other people or situations. Use a light breath. Don't overbreathe. We're not trying to hyper-oxygenate here. Come back to the center and we'll prepare for a sound healing exercise. Lift your arms up, hinge forward and crisscross the arms with the letter S sound. Clearing the lungs with that sound. And then lift up with an inhale again. Come down with a ha, and a ho. All in one breath. We'll do that again. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale the hands up. One more time. Coming down with light fist. First palms face forward on the ha sound. And then palms turn face up on the ho sound. That's to clear the heart and the stomach. Relax back to the center, and we'll start again. Clearing grief and sadness from the lungs. Inhale up and clear heart and stomach. Inhale up. Anxiety and worry from the heart and stomach. Call this exercise the hermit and the tide pool. It's like you're splashing in a tide pool with your arms on this first movement here, the letter S. Coming up. And feel free to do this with your vocal cords as well. Ha, ho. Using a descending tone. Ha, ho. Don't feel like you have to match my pitch. Use whatever pitch is comfortable for you. Ha, ho. Good. Come back to the center. Let's begin to shake. Just a brief light warm up on this one. Shake the body and just allow a few more of those sounds out of your mouth. We use the ha sound to clear the heart, just like that sound your body naturally makes to clear stress and anxiety. We just hijack that natural response and use it intentionally. Clearing tension, clearing stress, breathing in the nose and out the mouth. Release your neck, your wrists, your shoulders, your lower back, your waist. Then come back to the center and feel the energy in your body. You should feel like we're coming back to our own energy. Sometimes when we're overly sensitive, our mind races with things other people said or things we think other people were thinking. But here we come back to ourself. Here we're going to find an acupressure point 3 fingers down from the crease of the inside of the wrist. We're going to press with our thumb using firm circles. This point is called the inner gate. Then we'll find the outer gate on the back of the wrist, 3 fingers up from the crease of the wrist, in between the bones of the wrist, or bones of the forearm. These are the outer gates. Come to the inner gate on the other side, 3 fingers up from the crease, inside the forearm, right in the middle, right in between those tendons. These are points that are great for nausea and anxiety, but also activate the protective energy around you. Come and do the other side again, outer gates. Back of the wrist. And release, shake it out. Now we're going to bring those points into our flow here, taking a nice wide horse stance. Should be about double shoulder width. We're going to cross those points, bring them up to the chest, part the hands, and press down. We cross the wrists, draw up, stand a little tall out of your horse stance, and then sink into the horse stance, bending the knees and hips as the hands come down. We're really trying to cross at those points on the forearm, the inner and outer gates, so don't cross the wrist joints over each other, but cross those points 3 fingers down from the wrist joint. We'll inhale as we draw up, exhale as we come down. These points are called the inner and outer gates because they control the flow of chi to the outside of the body. Now as we come down, we're going to alternate from one side to the other. So we'll come up in the center, and exhale as we shift and slightly turn to one side, sinking down. This will help you feel really grounded and strong within yourself, strong in your body, connected to the earth, connecting to our inner power, so our mind and heart is less overwhelmed with the energy of people and situations around us. We feel strong within ourselves, strong within our energy, strong in our bodies and on the earth, grounded and centered. This will all help us feel more relaxed, protected, comfortable in our day-to-day lives. Feel free to even let the exhale out the mouth here with that sound. If you feel your heart needs a little extra clearing, just imagining like our palms are sending any stuck energy from the heart especially down to the earth. Now we'll come back to the center, crossing those wrists and holding this as a posture. So you don't have to sink quite as low as me, but you're welcome to. But you want to be a little bent in the knees at least so that we feel that sense of grounding. We'll turn the palms so they're face down towards the earth, keeping the wrists, or those wrist points, that is, connected. Of course, we connect them energetically, not actually touching the points together, but just a centimeter or so of space between them. Then take your palms out, palms face down a little wider than the shoulders, fingers pointing forward. Just connect to the earth. Get grounded. Feel your power and strength. And then we're going to come back to our neutral shoulder width position. And we'll take that groundedness into a little more energy flow. So keeping the hands palms face down, a little wider than the shoulders, elbows just slightly flared out from the rib cage. Sinking the tailbone, not tucking it forcefully, just sinking it towards the earth. Elevating the crown of the head towards the sky. With a very slight rotation of the head forward. Giving us that chin-tucked appearance. Very gently though. Keep breathing through your nose. Touch your tongue to the roof of your mouth. Keeping our circuitry connected and circulating with that tongue position. Just find your breath sinking down to the lower abdomen. Deep and slow. Soft and steady. Feel your body like a continuation of the earth, like a mountain rising from the earth. And then we'll cross those inner and outer gate points again. Palms are face down towards the earth, parallel to the earth. So you're not pointing to the earth with your fingers, it's with the palms of the hands. as those points cross, eventually, maybe not your first practice, but eventually you'll feel them like two magnets that connect to each other. This will often light up the hands, bringing lots of energy to the fingertips. It'll usually feel like a sense of warmth or fullness, and as blood and energy fill the hands. Then turn the palms face up, bend the elbows, and have the palms face towards your chest. And imagine that as we link up these protection points and energize the palms, that the palms are sending energy over our body, shining it towards the chest and belly, over the shoulders and head. It's wrapping around you like a cocoon of golden light. Imagine our feet like they're plugged into the earth, getting more of that power and energy, that golden light from the earth. It's filling the body and overflowing out of the body into the space around us. And slowly separate the palms and press down towards the earth. And we'll repeat that wrist-cross flow, that inner and outer frontier gate flow. Inhaling as we draw up and part, and exhale as we press back down to the earth. Inhale, drawing up the earth chi, filling the body and overflowing it around the body into the chi field. You can imagine like an egg-shaped field of golden light around the body, elliptical shaped. All around you, maybe a foot or two off the body. We have different layers to this field. Some layers are just under the skin. Others are several feet away from the body. But here we're thinking mostly of that emotional layer, which is about 18 inches away from you, away from the surface of the body. Imagine this elliptical field that glows around you like an aura 18 inches off the surface of the skin. Golden light, your inner power, radiant around you. You feel strong and protected, centered and balanced, strong in your own energy, connected to your wisdom, your center, your inner knowing, and not letting yourself be pushed and pulled by the energies or opinions of others. Come to the embrace the tree position now. Hands like they're hugging a ball in front of the chest. Well, imagine that the palms are on the edge of that aura that we created. So this golden field of light, the hands are resting on the outside of it. And we'll begin to compress the field, pushing it in, feeling like the whole field condenses. And then as we inhale, imagine the field grows and pushes the hands back out. Exhale and compress the field with the palms, forearms, and elbows. And inhale, feel the field push back against the hands. Again, this is the sort of thing that takes a bit of training to feel, so you might not notice it right away. But if you practice this every day or a few times a week for long enough, you'll really start to feel this, like magnets are pushing and pulling on the hands. Exhale as we compress. Inhale as we expand. Just really getting in touch with that field around us. And drop the hands down, forming the monk holds the pearl position. One palm folded over the other, both palms face up, with the tips of the thumbs touching. Holding this in front of the lower dantian, our anchor point region, just below the navel. Just syncing our breath here. Connect your breath to the dantian by breathing slow and deep. And then we'll help gather our energy here with our centering motion. So inhale as you reach out to one side. Exhale as you draw down the center line, down to the anchor region of the dantian. Inhale, circle. Exhale, down the center line. Here we can imagine that we're reaching out, have the intention that any energy, attention, or power that you've given to the wrong people or situations, like you're just reaching out and taking that power back, bringing it to your center, to your place of wisdom and power. Coming back to yourself. Well, we always want to be able to be flexible in our relationships and interactions with the world. We also need to be able to come back to ourselves and listen to what's inside. Fold your hands over the belly, bring your feet close together, and just relax into the bamboo in the wind position. Letting your body rock and sway just by relaxing the muscles. Even the muscles of the feet relax. Feel as if the flow of chi inside you animates the body, holding you up. Feet and lower legs to relax, your thighs and pelvis to relax, your waist and low back to relax, your neck and shoulders to relax, your jaw, face, and eyes to relax. You're returning to that place of flexibility, just allowing the chi to find harmony and balance within us. Sometimes we think with our minds we know what's best for our energy or our body. Sometimes that energy knows what's best for us, and we just gotta relax into it. We'll step back out and collect the chi into the internal organs and the lower dantian area, just circling the belly clockwise. Center that right below the navel. Pause here. Feel your dantian, your anchor. Unfold the hands in a prayer against the heart, the sternum. Just set an intention. We've cultivated some good energy, a good state of mind. And where do we want to direct that? Set an intention for your day or evening. You're always welcome to end with a prayer if there's something or someone you pray to. Let's release with a big sigh, letting the hands fall, letting the chi spread through the body. And wherever your chi takes you, may it benefit all beings in this big, beautiful universe. Thanks for joining me, and see you next time. While I have you here, it really helps my YouTube channel if you can hit that like button below. I know it's a pain in the butt to hear these at the end of every video, but it really helps me out. Hit the like button, leave me a comment, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. That'll make sure that you see these videos as they get posted. A few other things in my world. I do YouTube live, so if you want to get notifications about when I'm going live on YouTube for a live class out of my studio, make sure you sign up for my email list. So the best way to do that is just to go to my website, nicklawfrey.com. That should be linked below in the description. And a little pop-up will come up, and you actually get a free e-course in exchange for jumping on my email list. So the first email you get after you put your email into that form that pops up will be an email with a 100% off code for my brain reset little mini course. So that has a nice diet and cleanse and Qigong routine and everything you can do to help with resetting your brain and your liver and your gut, and just this whole axis that works together. Brain, gut, liver axis, that all works together to keep your mental health good, your brain sharp, cognitive performance high, all that good stuff. So it's a great little course and worth giving a shot, and you get it for free when you get on my email list. And once you're on that email list, you'll also see notifications about when I go live, when I launch a new course, when my teacher trainings are going live, all that kind of stuff. When I put up a new YouTube video, all this stuff you'll get on my newsletter, and I promise I don't barrage you with constant sales calls. Most of what I send out on that newsletter is free stuff like these YouTube videos. So make sure you check that out on my website. Also, if you're interested, you'll see also on my website, I have a Qigong teacher certification program. It's an online program, so you can do it from anywhere. We do a live stream every weekend. It's usually about a 3-hour class where we have Q&A, we do a Qigong routine together, and then throughout the week you get a bunch of homework with lecture videos and videos going into more detail about the exercises we're learning. And then we come back together for it, and you can ask questions about those videos or about anything about Qigong in our Q&As. And of course, if you can't make the live streams, I've made the program as convenient as possible, where you can actually just watch the replays of those live streams if you can't make it, and type your questions in via email. So it's a great program. You actually learn dozens of Qigong forms and Daoyin, Taoist yoga forms, everything from sort of super challenging animal-style Daoyin to very gentle silk reeling and 5-element flows and whatnot. So we really span a broad range of exercises within Qigong that gives you a big toolkit. So if you do want to go out and teach, you have lots of tools to pull out of your back pocket. If you're teaching young people or athletes or people at the gym, maybe you want to pull out some of that more challenging Daoyin and whatnot. If you're teaching at the retirement home or wherever where people need gentler Qigong, then you have lots of tools for that. And that goes for your personal Qigong toolkit as well. If you don't want to teach Qigong, which about half the people in the course usually want to teach and half usually don't, you'll still get a lot out of it with all these tools to put in your back pocket. So when you're on vacation, you're away from Wi-Fi, you don't have internet, you can head out to the beach or to the river or wherever and do some Qigong that you actually have memorized, which is really nice, and do it with great form that you do safely, that you get more benefit out of, and all that. So if you're ready to take your Qigong to the next level, that might be a good place for you to check out. Again, that's just on my website. Usually I'm running 2 a year, so look out for 1 in the fall, 1 in the spring typically. And you can check out my website for more details on that. Thanks for practicing, everybody. I'll see you soon.